This bit. This bit. Shut up, birds! I'm trying to make a YouTube video! Look, I know it's spring. I know you're going to get your shapoink on. Just shut the fuck up about it.
I think it's somewhat fair to say that the four Riders of the Apocalypse, when it comes to, in quotes, shitting on Warframe, are myself, Raytalius, the Reaper Hunter, and Brozime. The four of us seem to be like Apocalypse Now for you guys, which I don't agree with. I know that it's kind of like a meme and haha, and these guys are going to tear DE a new one and all that stuff. No, we're not trying to destroy you or even hurt you. We are trying to get you to actually listen and point at fires that are burning in your backyard that you seem to be ignoring, you know? And like I said, your video really showed that you do care, that you do actually watch these things.
There you go. That's Asshat to Know on Dear D.E. Scott. Like I've already said, here's an olive branch. Do these things I'm telling you to do. Don't give a fuck about the meta. Give a fuck about increasing your baseline so that you can make a meta for every fucking weapon and item in the game. Just go with that. It's a lot more fucking work to set up, but once you get there, you're gonna enjoy it. Okay? Think of it this way. Since, human monkey mind loves to finagle with things. Think of it this way, DE. How much work is it to climb a fucking mountain? And how much exhilaration do you get from accomplishing that mountain climb? Or if you guys don't like climbing mountains there in Canada, or any of you hockey fans, how much exhilaration do you get from going and watching a match in person as opposed to on the television? That's the difference between meta and making a meta available for everything. Making a meta available for everything would be going to the fucking hockey rink yourself and participating in the hockey match with all the necessary skills and gear and equipment. And nerfing metas just because you see them pop up is like watching the hockey match on the television, okay? This is as neutral as I get. With great restraint. Anyway, like I said in my previous video on the subject matter, just throw the idea of nerfing things out the window, okay? It's a lot more work to make a meta available for everything in the game, but the payout for that is exponential. It's logarithmic, if you guys understand that math term. I don't fucking know if you do. From my end, it looks like you're all making canna butter because weed is legal in Canada, and you're injecting that can of butter straight into your veins. That's what it looks like on my end. Because what you say and what you do are so disjointed. Now, that's not a negative slant. No, not by any means. That's just a statement of observation and hypothesis. That's all that is. You're dealing with me being as intelligent and wise and learned as I am. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. Before I went to high school, my IQ was tested. Well over 160. I consider anyone below 110 to be a waste of an orgasm. That's just me personally. And there's a lot of people like me. There's a lot of humans close to being what I am as far as intellectual capacity is concerned, who view a lot of other people around them much the same way. I see stupidity everywhere. That's just me because I have so much knowledge, wisdom, intelligence. And I don't need to gain the experience of going to a place and learning about a new people anymore, because all humanity is the same to me, no matter where you go. I mean, just look at social media. Just look at the current situation with the outbreak and how everyone is pointing the finger at everyone else and saying it's your fault. Just look at how the American populace is reacting to the governance in charge. Look at how brain dead the governance in charge, where one governor said, backstory before I do this quote, when you go into government, you swear to uphold the documents and what they represent and mean, all the way up to the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, everything. You swear to uphold that in any branch of office. And a governor of a state in the United States said that the Constitution was above his pay grade. Look at how brain dead and disjointed that is, and you'll get the picture that I have up here. I don't need to go and see that. I've already seen it. I've already been there and done that. So back on track. Yes, what I've said is relevant. It is relative, both mathematically, psychologically, emotionally, on every level. It is relative and relevant to the subject matter at hand. It may seem like an arbitrary branch off, but every tree has branches. And a branch of thought is just from the core of the subject matter at hand here. Now, moving further along, good old asshat to know. You getting in on this? Okay. What else is there to say? I'm not going to rehash history. There's been enough of that already. What I am going to say, DE, you guys, Scott, Megan, Morgan, Glenn, Pablo, all of you guys at DE. I don't give a fuck if you're female, you get offended for me saying guys. Just fuck right off. All you guys at DE, hey, it's going to be a lot of fucking work. Okay? It's going to be a pain in the fucking ass, because I know writing code is a pain in the fucking ass. I can summarize writing code for you. Logic is really complicated logic. I can summarize it that easily, because I don't need the experience of years of writing code. I can imagine. I have an imagination. I have the intelligence, the capacity. I have the knowledge that I need to imagine how fucking much of a headache coding is. I did a 7-day free trial at Codecademy. That was enough for me to see that there's a book this thick. Literally, there's a book this thick. 3 inches thick. Literally. I shit you not, everyone else who's watching. There is a book 3 inches thick that you can buy. That's as big as this fucking table. 3 inches thick. As big as this fucking table. That's all about C++, C Sharp, C Studios, all of those. Written by the original guy who made C coding. It's like a fucking $2,000 book. No fucking joke. I shit you not. That alone, it's nothing but a compendium, a repertoire, an elephantine tome containing every line of code and what it does. It's nothing but a referendum, a dictionary, an encyclopedia of coding. That's all it is. It's not a history book telling you the etymology of how coding began. It's a book that's just straight up nothing but code. and it's 3 inches thick and as big as my fucking table. I know how much of a bitch and a pain in the ass and a fucking mind-numbing headache writing code is without the experience. Because I can imagine a book that fucking thick that is literally nothing more than a dictionary of code, and how fucking complicated logic is in the computational system. I can imagine it. I can place myself into that scenario hypothetically and theoretically, and I can see how much of a bitch pain in the ass it is. And yeah, Railjack is a fucking joke, because they're working with a completely dynamically and dramatically different plane of existence within the coding perspective. And some years ago, there was a bit about Halo 3. There was a video documentary. I had it on the special edition that came in a metal case. I had the extra bonus DVD that showed one of the developers. He said, you know, like, programming can give you the earth when design asked for the sky. And we take a look at this puddle of water in the game and we say, hey, look, this puddle of water looks fucking real. It actually reacts when you step into it and everything. And that alone takes up like 80 to 90% of the processing power. That Insomniac Games, when they produced Ratchet and Clank 2, Going Commando, they had the exact same bonus thing. They had a little puddle of water, a little square, in the Insomniac Museum you could go into in-game. And the voiceover from whoever they had doing it, I don't know who it was. Fuck off, train! They said that this puddle of water alone pushes our game engine to its limit. And that was PlayStation 2. And you look at today and how far hardware and software and firmware and the programming and everything has advanced. In spite of having the fucking X chip and planned obsolescence, in spite of that, you look at how far everything's advanced. And you've got a game like Warframe that comes along after all that. And it's a passion project, I can tell. And it's got the same water that started off in Ratchet and Clank and Halo 3, and it went through cycles, and it became refined, and it became more water-like. And it's got fish. You can throw a spear in and catch a fish. And it's got fucking shit ton of guns. You can go and blow fucking Grenier and Corpus apart with a fucking wide array of an arsenal. And it's got all these things. And you, the player, you see these things on screen and you take them for granted because they've been there for years. Me, on the other hand, no such fucking luck. I grew up initially with the Atari 2600. That's what I started out with. 2-bit graphics. Back in those days. And before that, when I was 4 years old, was when I got that. Before that, I have conscious memory of being all the way up to 1 year old. And even before that, but look, I'm not gonna fucking talk about that. That's fucking private, personal shit. Before I got my hands on an Atari or a regular Nintendo 32-bit console, I had nothing. Absolutely nothing. No games, no TV, nothing. It was just me and my family. We had to dig a hole to get water. That was before the main line was put in down the highway that we lived off of. We lived on our ancestral home, which was Pig Farm. And grocery stores and everything, and mass production, and corporate level fucking entities taking over made that small pig farm obsolete. So it was grown over. We had nothing, essentially. Absolutely nothing. I've come a long way from having absolutely nothing. Now I've got fucking 2 laptops, multiple fucking consoles that I've had for fucking years because I'm not some idiot like the average gamer, knucklehead, idiot, fucking plebeian who takes their shit and trades it in for the newest thing just because it's the newest goddamn thing. I have a fucking library of games on disc from 360, PlayStation 2, including my Ratchet and Clank games. I'm a real fucking gamer. I can achieve veterancy in any game that fast. Boom, I'm done. That's how fast a real gamer achieves veterancy in a game. Well, that's how fast a real one should. Because this is me I'm talking about. I have a massive level of intellectual capacity. I have a massive level of knowledge base and wisdom. I can do things so much quicker when I sit down and apply myself to them. But in most games these days, I just don't. But in Warframe, I did. Most people are going on about, oh, after 1,000 hours, you don't know anything about the game. Bitch, please. I know how internal mechanics work. I know how the coding works. It's simple. It's very simple to me. It's basic. To me, it's basic. So, DE, back to you guys. Like I said before, throw the idea of nerfing something because it looks like it's overpowered out the fucking window. Step the fuck back from the game for a while. I know it's a hard thing to do with your passion project and something you really care about, but step the fuck back. That's a big problem a lot of parents have. They don't step the fuck back and let their children fucking learn. It's always helicopter parent. Step the fuck back, DE. Look at your game objectively. You have one meta for Eidolon hunting. One. Only one. Do not nerf that. Do not remove it. Do not put up a system that nerfs that. Just like fucking Tigris had a meta. You nerfed it. I'm absolutely fucking livid over that. Just like you nerfed Prisma Angstrom. Absolutely fucking livid. You said you put the enemy progression on an S-curve. That doesn't mean jack shit to me. Because from what I play test, and look at, it's still on a logarithmic or exponential growth factor. And that S-curve, after that S, move it back over here, it's still going to do this and go straight the fuck up. That's what a logarithmic chart does. Put it on a linear chart. A linear one, okay? 1 x equal to y. That's linear. Okay? Right now, you've got x is double y. You've got a logarithmic growth factor for your enemy scaling. Yeah, put that on linear. And the meta. You see that? Step the fuck back. Okay? Step the fuck back. And take a look at all the other stuff in the game. There are hundreds of weapons to pick from. Why only one gun getting a meta for Eidolon hunting? Well, that's because none of the others are worth it. Why aren't any of the others worth it? Because none of them have a meta. And every time one develops a meta, it's nerfed. Stop that. That's short-sighted. That's going to kill your game. That helicopter parenting I'm talking about, DE, that's going to get your game killed. This ain't negative. This is straight up fucking real talk. You got a little bit of history and etymology of things going on in the background here. You got me looking serious at you, telling you, no, let it be a meta. Make it to where everything else has its own meta too. It's a lot more work. But once you get to the top of that mountain, you'll realize, damn, it's fucking beautiful up here. Everyone should be able to see that. And as far as like making new content and shit, hey, players, it's time to tone it the fuck back. New content has its purpose and place and all, but DE, all the other players, step the fuck back from it, okay? You're way too involved in trying to, me, I wanna get to the new thing. I wanna get to the new thing. Yeah, well, what about the new player? So-called veteran players. Go help out the new players. Get your fucking ass out of your fucking stink fucking rut. Go help a new player who hadn't played the game before. Teach them the fucking etiquette of the game. Yeah, asshat Tenno, your ass is guilty of not helping new players. You've made videos, but I don't see a damn thing on proper gaming etiquette as far as Warframe's concerned. I don't see you going out and making a video where you help a few other people in a squad, random fucking players, telling them, hey, here's gaming etiquette for this game 101. You get a fucking explosive weapon? Yeah, you don't want to get next to people with that. You don't want your explosion going off near them. And if they have an explosive weapon, here's a list of explosive weapons. Yeah, when someone has that weapon, yeah, that one right there, like the Kuva Brahma or the Tsar, yeah, you want to give them enough space to where they can fire that. Because if their explosion hits you and they get knocked back from it, they're going to be pissed at you. You might even get reported for that shit. Gaming Etiquette 101, asshat Tenno. Gaming Etiquette 101 for Warframe. Go find some new players, teach them the fucking gaming etiquette. You too, nutsack potato head. You too, Bozine. I'm gonna call you Bozo. Hey, Sabuchi, Suck Dicky, you too. Get off your fucking psychological fuckboy throne. Go help a new player learn the gaming etiquette. Promote the fucking game that way. Because buying shit fuck tons of platinum ain't gonna help. It's the new player base that's coming in being toxic that'll help kill the game faster than DE's ignorance. And yes, DE, all of you there are ignorant of the truth that you're helicopter parenting way too fucking much. You need to step the fuck back. You need to look at the game objectively and say, why is that meta a thing? Well, it's the most efficient way to do things. Warframe is MMO-esque. With any MMO, it is about efficiency and gaming etiquette. Those are the two big driving factors for an MMO-esque game. And Warframe is MMO-esque all the fucking way through. You take a look at your player tunes, like they were called in WoW. Your tune levels up, you get some new powers, skills, and abilities. Look at what you did in Warframe. Your tune levels up. You unlock your abilities. It may be severely limited compared to WoW, but it's MMO-esque at its core value. Take the lesson of World of Warcraft. Not what they're doing now, but what they started out with. The MMO-esque level up thing. The baseline of gamer etiquette for this specific type of game. Asshat Tenno, you and the other YouTubers, it's your fucking job and responsibility, if you want to claim that you're supporting the game, to go out, find new players, and teach them the game's etiquette. Okay? Real talk for you. DE, it's your job to make a meta for every fucking item and power in the game. And later on, we'll talk about power combination synergies, okay? Such as something like, let's take Ash's fucking World on Fire and combine it with um, another AoE, such as Banshee's fucking Quake. And it just makes mini volcanoes erupt, knocks the enemies down, applies the impact status as well as fucking burning status, the fire status, just at a baseline. And I just made that up right then and there. I know enough about the game to make up fucking combo synergies like that. But that's a year down the line from now. Right now, we got to get the baseline laid out. There's more than enough stuff in the game to have a meta for every little thing. DE, yeah, you should have been doing that from the very beginning. It would have helped future-proof the game. It would have made a fuck ton of renewable content that all these YouTubers are going on about. And yeah, I'm in the same boat there. So, yeah, this is a fuck ton of words that I'm throwing out here in a collage of sentences with meaning and shit. But in the over-ender, it's not going to mean jack shit if nobody who views this video doesn't share it. So I'm going to put it in your video, asshat10o, in the the fucking comment section. I'm going to put a link in the comment section. I'm going to tell you, here's a link to a video I made. Or some such nonsense about, hey, you claim you're responsible, or here's some responsibility for you. Or in addition to Dear D.E. Scott, or some bullshit like that. But anyway, there you go. Yeah, I've repeated myself a few times because I know how dim-witted most of humanity is. You don't like to listen. None of you do. I've spoke for a long time, and a lot of you just don't fucking listen. I've reached out to creators of several different games. And then the small indie titles on Steam, they'll hear me out, they'll look into what I'm saying, they'll get back to me. That's nice. With these larger companies, dude, I've sent you, DE, into your DE community a dissertation about making mastery rank mean something, and I'm holding true to my own words. Now, keep that for a surprise, to surprise everyone. Okay? That's how a surprise mechanic works. It's surprise, here's a mechanic that you'll value. It's surprise, here's a mechanic in the game that you'll actually enjoy. Kind of like what I'm saying about making a meta for every fucking gun and every fucking blade and every fucking sidearm and every fucking companion and every fucking warframe and every fucking power in the game. Every last one of them. That's the mountain you gotta climb. Because having one meta to rule them all, that's fucking boring. If we had a meta for everything, and not just like a critical or a status meta, let critical and status feed off each other, let that stay. I'm talking about synergies. Things that interact with each other. Like something commonplace is a Rhino Roar buff to get your damage up. Well, that's nice. But that's only going to increase the damage you put out with each weapon. It doesn't look like it's an Eidolon hunting meta by itself, now does it? It doesn't look like it's a Kuvelich killing meta by itself, doesn't it? Let the meta for the Eidolon hunt or the Kuvelich farming or the Railjack intrinsic farming. Let the meta stay there. Build another one for something else. Build up your baseline. Let every individual item in the game have its place to shine through. Even if you build a meta for something like the Mark I Bratton, where it only works in like level 15, level 1 to 15 stuff. Even that is good enough for the new players to see, wow, this weapon has really powerful fucking early game stuff. It's really helping me get far once I built it for this meta. Wait, there's more? Other guns have their own metas? No fucking shit. Every frame has its own ability meta? What the fuck, dude? Every fucking thing in the game has its own meta? Dude, that's fucking the shit, man. That's what you want the player to be like, okay? You want that fucking hair tingling sensation of, holy fuck, that's insane. And there's more? That's what you want, okay? And YouTubers, Asshat Tano, fucking Nutsack Potato, all of you fucking YouTubers, get your fucking ass out there and start showing everybody, especially show me, that you're going out and you're teaching new players the in-game proper etiquette. Okay? Get the fuck off your ideological self-imposed throne. Get the fuck out into the real gaming world that exists and help the fucking noob become a fucking pro. Okay? Real fucking talk. Get off your ass and sit down with a random fucking player and teach them how the fucking etiquette in the game works. I'm tired of some asshole running out in front of me while I've got the Shido and I get fucking knocked back off of it. I'm tired of some fucking asshole running up to me while I'm at one particular point and fucking just be standing in front of me while I'm trying to shoot the fucking enemies in a map on a defense. I'm sick of it. Get your fucking asses into the game and teach people the fucking etiquette of the game. Because I'm not getting paid to do it. Your fucking ass can. There. Some serious fucking real talk addressing the idiots. Now, I'm done with this video. Fuck off till next time. 33 fucking minutes of saying the exact same damn thing over and over.